It's almost time for action here in Oklahoma City. And as the Thunder arrived earlier on, they appeared to be in no mood to show any mercy tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for and what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So the New York starting five. Derek Lively is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Cunningham in at the point. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Over in the corner, Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Towns. Williams. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Yeah. As a shooter, Williams is fairly flexible.
Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Denver Nuggets.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Pocket two. Fox dishes to Towns. And the rejection by Holmgren. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Caruso with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against Denver. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. Fox passes to Towns. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points from him the last game against Denver.
Yeah, but there's always this point you got to look at where did he also impact the game. It was on the rebounding end of the floor. A tremendous performance there.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Pass to Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Anunoby in the corner. New York moving the ball around. Fox kicks to Cunningham. Towns sets the pick for Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Fox traps in the tray.
Well, Fox trying to work on that outside jump shot, become more consistent. Nice bucket there.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Pass to Holmgren. No good that time. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Towns finds Anunoby. Poke loose. Out to the right wing. Towns down low. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Offline with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The Knicks with the lead. Here's Fox. And he makes good on the layup. Fox has got 5.
Well, Fox not a jump shooter, just doing a great job of mixing it up offensively now.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Slithering around the floor, Gilgeous-Alexander gets to his spot.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk with Mark Daigneault for a minute. Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said, we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Here's Caruso. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They trail by 1. That puts them in the lead. He has 6.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a lot of things well, and this time playing with some great offensive balance.
Greg, midway into this season, sometimes a team can get hot and turn it on. What are some of the causes of that?
You know, often teams can reach that tipping point with how they play. It all comes together in a hurry, and they make a run. But that's the exception, Kevin, not the rule.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Here's Towns. It's tipped, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Dort. And a chance here now to take a look at the teams that are tops in the league in scoring points off turnovers. Number 1, the Knicks.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Lively pulls it down.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
Towns sets the pick for Fox. But 3. And it's Towns missing. So for New York, their last game a win against Baltimore. Towns against Williams. Over in the corner, Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. You look at the Knicks. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that number 1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
Well, I think for New York, they had pressure on them coming into the season. A lot of people were picking them to have a special year. And they haven't shied away from that pressure. They've embraced it.
I think every great team welcomes the challenge of trying to be elite. And they want to do it on a nightly basis.
And the Knicks making a change here. Now Cunningham. 8 points his last outing. Towns the screen. Cunningham's shot is off. The Thunder with the lead. Left side Williams. Pass to Holmgren. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Here's Williams. He's guarded by Anunoby. Clock at 4. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Dort. Williams has got his 2nd bucket of the night. Knicks trail by 4. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Here's Anunoby. They get a hand on it. Here's Fox, and he uses the glass on the layup. Fox has got 8 points. Oklahoma City has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Holmgren. Count that bucket. And the Thunder lead by 4.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
It's Cunningham with the drive. And they'll get another chance. Towns looking it over. Towns is doubled. Here's Anunoby. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Thunder leading by 4. Pass to Topic. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's tipped. New York's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Cunningham drives in. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And Kate Cunningham earning every bit of those points, just driving against contact and still able to focus and finish.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And the Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. Bol, he's checked in for the Knicks. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. Pass to Topic. And it's denied. And here they come. Bol against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Bol.
Hard to fathom, but he is really fluid in terms of getting up and down the floor. Bol making himself a capable threat all over the floor.
Oklahoma City shooting looking a little out of sorts early. 37%. Outside Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on Fox. The jump hook. Outside Dort. Here's Topic. Lock at 6. Williams a screen on Cunningham. Second chance shot. Cunningham with some nice D. There's a screen. The kick out to Fox. Hits it from three-point range. Fox has got a couple of threes now in the first with the Knicks.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Pass to Williams to stop the run, and it goes down 2 points. Williams has got 6.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
It's Hart on the wing. Defended by Dort. Hart kicks the ball. Cunningham outside. New York needs to get off a shot. Hart, that's good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Thunder trailing by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the shot goes in. He's got 8.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Cunningham with it. Williams picks him up. And it's Bol that time on the assist by Cunningham. And the Knicks lead by 3.
Cunningham finding the open man there.
Here's Topic. Covered by Cunningham. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Bol. Offensive rebound. Dort wide open. Oh, good on the triple. New York leading by 3. Fox finds Hart. Cunningham outside. Pass to Booth. And here's the fast break. Pulls up for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Booth's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
There's the screen. Here's Cunningham. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the New York Knicks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Right back after this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Thunder trailing by 3. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Then it's Topic. Then it's Hamidou Diallo. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Shots good by Topic. And so Fox will bring it up for the New York Knicks. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
Pass to Holmgren. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Last time they met in New York.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Topic. Guarded by Fox. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Hands it from downtown. Holmgren's got 9.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Fox kicks to Hart. Harden scanning the floor. Back to Hart. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Hart's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Diallo against Hart. Takes the 13-footer. Diallo no good. The Knicks leading by 4. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
How about De'Aaron Fox just staying focused there with the finish? Controlled that one well.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Knicks?
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
Well, whether the defense is inviting these shots or not, they've been great in the mid-range. And so producing from there, that bodes well.
Here's Topic. Guarded by Fox. Holmgren the pass to Hartenstein. Count it. Good. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Hart. Harden outside. Now here's Bull. Bull is screen on Diallo. And it's Bull slamming it down.
Like to see Hart looking to set up his guys in the pick and roll and be that playmaker.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Thunder trailing by 7. You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
Sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning, and now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night that help your team be in a position to win games.
And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
That one good for two. Fox has got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Pass to Caruso. Here's the screen. And here is Holmgren. Ball covering. Holmgren gets the bucket.
Guys, this is what you call a generational talent. Holmgren is bound to fill up the highlight reel every night he plays.
It's Fox with the drive. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for your Thunder, number 3, Jaleel.
And the Knicks with possession here. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
All right, Harden still got some hops and finishing that one off with some power.
And so Caruso will bring up the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 8-point game. And he lays it straight in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And here is Fox. 22 points for him. So the wing on the left. Here's Booth. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Now here's Caruso. Still scoreless.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. Derek Lively, he's checked in for New York. New York leading by 3. Fox with it. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Harden's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Six to shoot. To the paint. Tries from 10. Hartenstein can't get it to go. Knicks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball. Here's Hart. Yep, that one goes in there. Hart's got 6.
Not stopping on his way in. Hart going through the defense.
Fox against Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Pass to Lively. Fox with it. Lively a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And finished off by Lively.
Fox is never more effective as a facilitator than in the pick and roll. We love him in that set.
Thunder trailing by 7. Now Hartenstein. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Here is Harden. He had 19 points in the win again. Pass to Bull. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. Up top, Gilgeous Alexander. Lively defending. Here's Caruso. And a wide open look for Gilgeous Alexander. Connects from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
And with it. Out to the wing. Now Bull. He has 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I know this gets said a lot. Gosh, Hart plays with heart. It's true, though. This guy's a fantastic competitor. Plays with energy on both ends. And it's infectious for his teammates.
Diallo's checked in for the Thunder. And then for New York. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Bol Bol. And it's Cunningham in for De'Aaron Fox. Thunder trailing by 6. And here is Gilgeous Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Williams, he's checked in for Diallo. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Anunoby, he's checked in for James Harden.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Pass to Caruso. And here is Williams. Now Hartenstein. Goes back up. And that's good off the glass that time. Hartenstein's got his second basket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. It's deflected. They recover it. He gets that one. Lively's got 6.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
They get it again. Pass to Holmgren. Caruso looking for an opening. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, good with the triple.
With him struggling tonight, they need to find some other options out there to keep themselves in the game.
Towns against Caruso. Oh, and the jam by Towns.
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Thunder. Trailing here by 8. They host the Kings after this game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Hartenstein against Lively. 5 to shoot. Williams has a screen for Caruso. It's rebounded by New York.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Yeah, and in that game, it turned into a massive scoring night. It wasn't so much about the game plan as it was establishing early confidence to get that win.
Thunder trailing by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Gilgeous-Alexander has that length to be able to extend up to the rim.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Dort, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And now a moment to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting. Balloting underway.
And this is really a fun time of year. You're starting to see which players are going to be in the running to make the All-Star team.
You take a look at Towns. He's there in the top 10 in the Eastern Conference voting. The fans have really gotten behind him.
And that's the way it should be.
Kevin, you could make a case that he should be a starter, but there's just so many great players in the East. Just being in the top 10 shows how much respect the fans have for him.
And we'll keep you posted as the voting continues. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. The tray. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line.
And working.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
The action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Good instincts from Cade that time. He has the shot all picked out, so why waste time? Let it rip.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's...
Previous play is under review.
Of technology, we've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. And you look at Lively, third in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
This is curious and dangerous if Holmgren can be this kind of scorer. Good job by his teammates to find him.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Williams against Towns. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
24 seconds left in the first half. Here's Towns. Dort grabs the miss. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And the growth that Shea has shown over the years, it has come on so fast with how he has improved, but he's adding to his game.
The rebound by Booth. Booth's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And so it's New York in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the...
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
You like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. And let's move on and see the top vote getters in this year. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 9-point game. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. Then it's Cunningham. And it's Lively in at the 5, roaming the paint. Towns down low, working on Williams. The wide open look here for Fox. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Fox has got 25 points.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Right side, Towns. Towns is doubled. Caruso against Fox. 6 on the shot clock. And is Towns missing? Thunder shooting 43% for the game. Out left to the wing. Holmgren wide open. Drills the three-pointer. 20 points for him.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Cunningham left side. And Cunningham with the slam.
And I think when Cade keeps it simple like that, good things happen.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Pass to Caruso. Fox with the steal. Anunoby passes to Fox. Buries it from three-point range. And now a 10-point Knicks lead.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Towns against Williams. The kick out to Fox. Back to Towns. New York moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Anunoby. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Now using that length, Anunoby got into position, and the defense did all they could, but they ended up fouling.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Anunoby, one of those star players in the league that you don't really look at the numbers to see how he impacts the game overall. It's the intangibles that make him special.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
Back to Cunningham. And it's off from three-point range. Cunningham against Gilgeous-Alexander. Count that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Thunder. Towns against Williams. Towns with the bucket.
So skilled working inside. Towns knows how to operate down low.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And a chance here to check out some stats for Karl Anthony Towns.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Holmgren with a screen on Cunningham. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren, and the call will be against Derek Lively. That'll be his second foul of the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside, Dort misses the three. New York leading by 11. Caruso with the steal. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
That attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Cunningham drives in. Three-pointer, Fox. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's Williams. That shot, no good. Good D by Anunoby. Towns against Holmgren. Outside, Fox. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Williams.
Now that's good patience as Fox uses the pump fake, and that throws the defender off balance.
Fox hits them both. Now here's Williams. He's got 8. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. He's listed at 6'5", but Brent, Jalen Williams seems so much bigger than that on the floor.
Yeah, Kevin, one of those guys that has more presence on the floor than the measurements you look at on paper. This guy plays bigger. He's got a great frame. He's got great strength. He's got great poise. And there are a lot of people who are going to recognize just how talented Jalen is.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stats game has been going for New York.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Williams against Anunoby. Fox passes to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Fox. Off target from outside. Thunder trailing by 10. Pass to Caruso. Here's Holmgren. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. Here's Hart. Knocked loose. Caruso with the steal. Nobody near Williams. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Great timing on that play, and Williams with no wasted motion.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Topic is checked in. The Knicks also changing it up. Bol comes in for OG Anunoby. And James Harden has subbed in for De'Aaron Fox. Back to Harden. Pass to Bol. Kicks it out to Harden. Screen by Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
Well, just shredding the D here on the pick and roll. Harden, a true maestro.
Thunder trailing by 10. Here's Topic. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Cunningham's shot is off. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. For three, Holmgren. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And now just a 4-point Knicks lead.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
There's the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander against Harden. Pass to Cunningham. There's the pick. Into the lane. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Dort against Hart. Dort kicks to Williams. Shot clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple. The Knicks leading by 6. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 10 points in the game.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
What a jam by Williams, just springing off the floor and throwing it down.
Bol setting the pick for Cunningham. Over Topic. Here's Bol, and the dunk by Bol.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Holmgren. Another shot, and it's blocked. On the wing, Harden. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's Cunningham. Here's Bol. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 7th assist here tonight. Thunder trailing by 10. Pass to Holmgren. Lays it up off the glass. Holmgren's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Harden kicks to Hart. No good from outside.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Here's Holmgren. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one is on Bol.
One of the most unique players that we've seen, Holmgren, part of this new crop of 7-footers with skill, combines rare length and a great ability. And when you add his feel for the game, it could make him special. At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Hart the pass to Bol. Cunningham outside. Back to Bowl. And the dunk by Bowl.
And, guys, this is kind of Bowles' role. He's out there to score, and he does it in a variety of ways.
Thunder trailing by 8. Hartenstein with the screen on Cunningham. Pass to Holmgren. A second chance effort. The rebound by Booth. Booth's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Harden, no good. Oklahoma City shooting 45% from the field since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And he makes that one. Topic just got his second bucket of the night.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Down low. Nice shot by Booth.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
23 seconds left to play in the third. There's the triple. The rebound by Booth. The Knicks leading by 8. Cunningham with it. He's got 9. Screen by Bowl. With 2 seconds left. No good there. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for New York. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. We come back right after this. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Jalen Williams is out there with Diallo. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Topic in at the 1. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Pass to Topic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And that one misses. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the New York Knicks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Harden. Back to Dinwiddie. Kicks it out to Harden. Clock is at 3. From the arc. It's hauled in by Diallo. Thunder trailing by 8.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Thunder, Topic.
That free throw good from Topic. So it's the Thunder now. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Hard against Diallo. 5 on the clock. Pass to Caruso. The rebound by Booth. Booth's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Dinwiddie up top. To the middle. Here's Bowl. And the dunk by Bowl.
Well, Dinwiddie is a clever playmaker, using the pick there to create an opening for his teammate.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Williams against Bowl. It'll go, and the Knick lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Williams.
Now that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Now Harden. Bull, a screen on Caruso. Pass to Booth. Just 5 to shoot. Harden dishes to Dinwiddie. Tries again. Booth can't hit.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Knicks lead by 10.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the 3.
Williams with the ball, defended by Dinwiddie. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Bull against Williams, and he knocks down the jumper. Now that's 17 points for Williams.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Bull kicks to Dinwiddie. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Harden. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Could we say he wanted it more?
Thunder trailing by 10. Williams looking around. Fires for 3. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket. Shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to Booth. The Thunder pull it in. Topic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Caruso against Hart. Hartenstein with the screen for Caruso. Here's Topic, guarded by Harden. Topic no good.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Dinwiddie kicks the ball. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And the Thunder with some changes. Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Dort comes in for Diallo. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Topic. And the free throw, no good.
And like his father, Manu, Bull's combination of size and scoring is very unique. The key for him is just staying healthy.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops it in from the low post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 26 points.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here now is Dinwiddie. Driving the lane. Second shot opportunity. Bull can't hit.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's Dort. Pass to Holmgren. To the inside. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Coaches love Gilgeous-Alexander and the way that he's working. He's refusing to give in against that kind of airtight defense.
Topic is checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Harden. Inside. The kick out to Fox. Lively sets a screen for Fox. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And Fox can just explode out of the pick and roll to get to his spot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
Hart the pass to Harden. to the paint. And finished off by Lively. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's Fox. Lively a screen on George. Fox. Yep, it counts. And now it's a 10-point New York lead.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. Jalen Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Alex Caruso comes in for Topic. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Anunoby's checked in. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
During that last break, Coach Mark Daigneault talked to his team, and it was an intense huddle. Coach challenged his team. He told them the effort's not there. It has to get better. We'll see if those words work, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
He makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names, Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that's a lot to begin with.
Outside, Dort to the inside. Here's Williams. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Towns.
And one of the game's elite shooters, and Towns' sweet stroke definitely extends to the free throw line.
And Towns drops them both.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Williams has got 22 points.
Again, it's Jalen Williams. He is in a groove, playing with confidence. Just keep finding him.
Towns kicks to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 4 assists in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Basket counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 34 points.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Anunoby outside. Towns for 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. It's not going to go for him. The Knicks leading by 8. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. The Knicks making a switch here. Cunningham's checked in.
Checking in for the Knicks. Number 2, Cade Cunningham.
Towns sets the pick for Cunningham. Driving in. Anunoby outside. And the Knicks miss again. Under trailing by 8. Dort with the ball. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot off the mark.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
Anunoby kicks to Cunningham. Towns down low. He's guarded by Williams. Count the basket. Towns has got 4 points in the quarter.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Holmgren with a screen on Fox. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Cunningham. It'll go, and the Knicks lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Free throw good, Fox.
Well, in the NBA, I'm not sure if anyone is quicker than De'Aaron Fox. I mean, when he gets going and he's moving north to south, you are pretty much helpless defensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Knicks leading by 11.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Towns, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Cunningham finds Towns. The Thunder pull it in. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Cunningham outside. Back to Anunoby. Over to the left wing. 5 to shoot. Towns wide open. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist.
3 points.
Fox has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And you think about rookies coming into the NBA, it seems, Brent, that veterans are a little bit easier on the rookies now than they were in the past.
I think we romanticize, Kevin, a lot of those stories that we heard from the old days about veteran players giving it to the younger players. And certainly that's going to happen, especially at the beginning of the season. But these guys have known each other for a long time, and these friendships and bonds have started from years ago. So a little bit less and less. It's still fun to poke at the rookies just a little bit. This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Knicks.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks and also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Here's Towns. And Holmgren pulls it down. Gilgeous-Alexander against Cunningham.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. The kick out to Towns. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And the Knicks lead by 12.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Jacks up a 3, off target. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. James, terrific road win. I would imagine you're feeling pretty good about how y'all played tonight.
They're a really good team, so we wanted to come here and just battle. And we finally get in the groove, we got to just pick it up on the way. And one thing we're going to rely on is our defense. So, you know, tonight's another great effort, and we just got to keep it going from here.
Battle, battle, battle. Sounds like a winning formula. Congrats, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, De'Aaron Fox.